look at the weather, look at this ground. It doesn't get any better than this. The Dragons will enjoy their Anzac Day if they can get their season back on track. They muscled their way to a 14-12 victory just next door at the Sydney Cricket Ground last year. They say they're treating today as the pivotal game in their season. This is the game that can start a Red Bee revival. Can they do that, Phil Gould? Good afternoon.
Well, if they were to succeed today, it could certainly do that for their season. Their form has been indifferent coming into this one. They've lost their last two. They've been in most of their matches. A couple, I think, they've thrown away. But today's the day. They've got formidable opposition on a big stage. No better time to get it right.
And from the Roosters' perspective, that loss last year was their only defeat to the Dragons in the last 5 years. A staggering record. And Jared Waerea-Hargreaves creates some history of his own this afternoon. His 12th Anzac Day cap, the most ever. The Anzac Day tradition enters a third decade this afternoon. The Dragons and the Roosters, wherever you're watching, soak this up. It's rugby league at its absolute best. Lindsay Collins with the first run back, and he's met by Sully, and it goes to Tupou now, who has 3 Anzac Day tries. If he has a good afternoon, he could equal Matt Cooper's record of 5 tries in this Anzac Day clash. Waerea-Hargreaves muscled hard. Jack Bird in there, along with Jack DeBella. Now Radley. If there's to be fireworks, as Andrew Johns has predicted, he'll be right in the middle of it, no doubt. And the big dog's back for more. And the Dragons are really rushing off the line. That was Murdoch-Masila, who was dropped last week, and gets a reprieve this afternoon. Now Keary wearing the 7. Bangs it down the ground where Terrell Sloan will enlist the help of Tautau Moga. And a most imposing opening set of defence by the Dragons. Here's Laurie. Collins part of the tackle. And great to see Angus Crichton returning to rugby league. Now, what an afternoon for this man. Michael Molo parachuted into the starting lineup in his 11th NRL game up in the front row. He's up against Waerea-Hargreaves. Of course, his brother Frank missing this afternoon as Ben Hunt, man of the match last year, the Ashton Collier medal recipient. Sends a kick down to Daniel Tupou. And the chase is good. It's Murdoch-Masila down there. And Blake Laurie assisting also. Jackson Polor. 6 tries in 6 games in Roosters colours this year. Now Tedesco, the skipper, hasn't scored one in 2023, believe it or not. He's 14 from the halfway. This is Waerea-Hargreaves again. Wrapped up well by Bird. Brandon Smith and Joey Manu. A pivotal figure in the number 6 for Trent Robinson's outfit today. It's Keary with his second kick, another high one. And taken with relative ease on that far side of the ground. Well, Brad Fittler, good afternoon to you. You received the match ball from the parachuters, which would have been quite a thrill.
Yeah, the whole build-up's been fantastic, Matt. And I've got to say, conditions are perfect.
Ball played by Murdoch-Masila and Hunt across the ground. Through Amon and Sloan, and now Lomax. Good tackle. Paul Momirovski gets his first start of the year for the Roosters today. Now Fine. Played it to Wembai, and Amon was rushed momentarily, but Smith had to drop off. I think he may have been called offside. It's a wobbling kick. And it's taken well by Tupou, who offloads confidently to Swali'i. And now Tedesco.
In that previous set of 6 from the Dragons, saw Murdoch-Masila demand the ball. We got one-on-one at Luke Keary on that right side. Just keep an eye on that. Big tearaway back rower.
Gee, that was a trademark Bird shot, that one, on Swali'i. He's come out of that a little bit text, I'd say. Maybe had a little bit of wind knocked out of him. He's a great defender. Here's Nick DeBella. And a lovely pass now. And in the clear, it's Egan Butcher. Here's Teddy. 2023, and a long-range effort for the Roosters to start Anzac Day.
I love this play. Beautiful pass, long pass from dummy half. Izuzu MUX replay, long pass, gets you straight at the edge of the ruck, which is a Ben Hunt. Moses Suley, he was wide in his position, and it just got so much space for Egan Butcher. And Tedesco, well, he heard you, Matt. He hasn't scored, but he scores the first try.
Yeah, the Dragons getting very much shoulder to shoulder in defence in the early stages, looking for their big hits. Roosters recognised it, got the ball to the edge very, very quickly, sliced through with no opposition, and James Tedesco gets his first for the season. Bradley Fittler, do you miss it on like days like this?
Oh, yeah. The crowd are loving this at the moment. Just being here, the footy's only just started. We've got a nice taste then of a great ball player as a forward. Victor Radley, he got the face ball, the long ball, and just the way he squared up the defence. You can tell he has trust from all the players around him, and Egan Butcher's line just ran with confidence.
Who knew Joseph Swali'i was a goal kicker? He's got the job today, and he's 1 for 1.
Stay on, guys.
Big occasion, big-time player, James Tedesco. Bursts onto a lovely pass from Egan Butcher, playing his maiden Anzac Day game, and the Roosters lead 6-0. Here's Tupou.
I love the way Egan Butcher came onto the ball. It was obviously a set piece. They anticipated the Dragons standing shoulder to shoulder to try and give it to them. There's another one again. Oh, tackle. Now the Dragons read it, get up in their face.
How do you see Manu sliding in the number 6, Andrew?
Well, he's just had a running goal. I always like a big running 5'8". I don't think you need too many ball players.
Just squeezes out.
Especially when they've got that man on screen, Victor Radley. They've got another halfback there.
Shot clock on.
I don't think you need too many ball players.
It's his 5th game. Starting as a 5'8" in his career. He's 2 wins, 2 losses. There's a challenge here.
Coming in to tackle 4, mate. Roosters challenge for the decision of on-field knock-on.
Very early, they lead by 6. It's a waste of a challenge unless they're 100% confident here.
You're just looking at the hand of Jack Bird. Victor Radley has possession of it. The hand of Jack Bird is on the ball and strips the ball out. The challenge is successful.
Knew what he was doing, Victor. Knew what he was doing.
He's on a hat-trick this afternoon, Victor.
Is he?
A sin bin hat-trick.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a challenge hat-trick.
No. Could be 3 in 3 games.
No, not today. No sin bins today. It's no sin bin Tuesday.
Oh, Collins was rattled up by that. Laurie with a big shot, and DeBellin's been really busy in defence. But they're poised nicely here, just outside the 30, and Maria Hargreaves. The big dog. Played it to Smith. Collins, Keary, and Butcher runs at Hunt. He's rock solid in defence. They edge their way up the field. Oh, big tackle, intercept. Good presence of mind there from Lomax, but it was rushing Dragons defence again.
Yeah, good hustle defence. They got up in their faces. That one there is like they've watched him train. Zach Lomax knew exactly where to be.
3 in there, we're slow.
Watching the Dragons defensively, they are so physical. Here it is. Victor plays straight in the hands of Lomax.
I'm thinking back 12 months to that 14-12 win by the Dragons, and if you can recall the first half, it was a violent start defensively for St George Illawarra. They went as hard as they could at the Roosters, and they really did get them off tilt early. again. 9 of the last 14 Anzac Day games in favour of the Red V. It's a remarkable number. Here's Murdoch-Masila, really pushed one. And it went to hand. Talatau Amone on the receiving end of it. Ball to de Belin. Hunt now to Sloan, and a backhanded promotion of the ball goes to Moses Sully, who hasn't opened his try-scoring account so far in the season. Swung through Sloan, and Hunt takes on the defence. Wow, whack. It's Amone with a kick on 5. Now we know Lomax can leap. Fine, he pokes it back. And it has
all backwards, Dragons. Got to play the ball.
You're saying the ball went back.
Oh, went back, and so it's a Dragon ball, actually, in all that cluttering of arms.
Well, this epitomises the Dragons. It looks sloppy, but then they can get there and they hustle. Lomax gets there. It's play on. The ball went backwards. It was a real miss kick. Is that from Amone?
There was Amone, yes.
Hold on the line.
You've got to work out how to get Zach Lomax more ball, and likely on the other side,
Wait.
you had to get Moses Sully some more ball. That's where their strike is.
So Blake Laurie gets the set going. The Dragons with a full complement, 10 metres out from the Roosters line. Amone to Hunt playing out wider. He dummied to Murdoch-Masila. He goes to Sloan and now to Sully, but it was read beautifully by Daniel Tupou. 6 more tackles. 7 metres short. No passageway through there. Fine and Moga the wingers today. There's no Ravalawa out there. His try-scoring prowess has been very important for the Dragons, so they have to go without him today. The ball that's all. It was a risky ball. It was a pass that Jack Bird couldn't take in one arm, and so the Dragons have spilt their lollies.
Andrew, two very different defensive systems here. Dragons close up nice and tight. They only cover about 2/3 of the field, where the Roosters cover all of the field, pretty much on all plays.
Well, they get wide. It's like a Venus flytrap. They invite the ball players into the line to show them space, and when they creep in, they just swarm from the outside in. That time Amone had the ball ready to pass, and he second-guessed himself, and just that fraction of a second enabled Jackson Paulo to come up and put some pressure on.
I mentioned the absence of Ravalawa. No Francis Moldo, no Jaden Sewer either, so 3 power men not there for the Dragons. He runs hard. Jackson Paulo, good shot. That's Butcher on the receiving end. That was Michael Molo. And now Waria Hargreaves.
Jack, hands away!
Here's Brandon Smith. He's playing his first Anzac Day game as a Rooster. He played a number of them as a Melbourne Storm player against the Warriors, of course. His first taste of the afternoon fixture here. An early kick. And the pace of the fullback, Tyrell Sloan, on full display. Oh, Lomax is confronted head on. Gee, there's some whack in this defence from both teams. Collins and Waria Hargreaves there that time. The ball pushed along to Ben Hunt. And played fast. That's good work. That was Moga. And this is Mbai with a dash inside Rooster territory. Hunt down a left-hand short side. Oh, Bird ran straight at Manu, who stood up to him. He played it quickly. Manu's not well after that collision. Now Lomax, we know he can jump. But Polo up above them. And Joey Manu's, he's had the wind knocked out of his sails too. That was heavy-duty contact. Now Keary, they try to launch a counter from deep. This is frantic pace.
It's Manu. Jack Bird straight over the top. As I said, he winded him. He's back in the line now. Even just moving from centre defensively to 5'8", just that one defender in. Bigger contact.
Last one!
Moga.
And Keary doing a lot of the kicking for the Roosters on the left-hand side of the ruck. If the Dragons can get a lot of pressure at him, from the inside especially, could be an error. Keary's kicking game.
So much at stake this afternoon. The Dragons will leapfrog the Roosters into ninth on the ladder if they can win here. They could slide as low as 15th. And the Roosters could go into the 8th, but could drop to 12th. So this is a pivotal game, even at this early juncture of the season. DeBellin offloading, and Michael Molo, he was standing there with hands on hips after that earlier tackle. He played the ball previously, and he plays it twice in succession now. Ben Hunt. Oh, that is a high kick, but Tedesco perched calmly underneath it, and he's got an offload away in one hand. It's
there's an obstruction. There's an obstruction here. One of the Roosters forwards getting back on side stops in the defensive line, and I think it's Murdoch-Masila.
But when she go behind, there was a defender blocked.
And Keary's standing there. Murdoch-Masila. Well, I've got to say that's a pretty tough one. If they're going to be consistent, play on.
Wait, Ben.
He wouldn't have caught him with roller skates.
Oh, jarring impact again. That was Laurie. This is Ben Hunt now to Belton. He's been very busy, but he's shut down with really powerful defence once again. This is a moan. 9 metres short of the line. DeBellin with a dummy. Tries to fool the defenders, but they weren't taking that. And now Mbai with a dash. Last tackle. Ben Hunt station right. A moan to the left of the ruck, almost directly behind it actually. It goes to Hunt. And they go through the hands of Sully, and it's a brilliant take and an even better put down. What a try to the Dragons. Tau Moga.
Running the ball in the last play, the Dragons. Beautiful play, pass from Ben Hunt to Moses Sully. And on the last play, Isuzu Emurex replay, you see Daniel Tupu, he's back worried about the kick. With that pass and Sully getting on the outside of Suali'i, just with Tupou being detached from the line, you can see it here. Gives Sully just that bit of room to create the 2-on-1. Great play, great pass, Ben Hunt and Moses Sully, what a weapon.
Yeah, you were calling for more early ball to the two centres. This time Moses Sully, and didn't he step around Suali'i so comfortably there to create the 2-on-1? What's the move here from big Moses Sully? Just gets to the outside of Suali'i very comfortably to create the 2-on-1 for Moga. Dragons love the ball on tackle 5, particularly in these attacking situations. And they get on the board. Bradley Fittler.
Well, it was hard to see what was going on because we're at ground level on the opposite side of the field. But our only indication was that big group of fans behind where the try was scored, the Red V fans, right in front of the faithful. What a moment it was for the fans. They would have loved it.
He's only kicking at 60% this year, Zach Lomax. But here's a start. A sweet kick to lock us up.
Time to run!
This is everything we hoped. Anzac Day Rugby League, 6 points all between two of Rugby League's most famous clubs. And here's Laurie. A shattering impact in defence once again.
Brendan, no more!
Long pass to dummy half, and they try to get to an edge with Bird. saw Momirovski defence on that occasion. Now Molo. He won man of the match at a Queensland Cup Grand Final back in 2021, the Duncan Paul medal. Now this kick's from inside the 40. The bounce not kind for the Dragons, although it's bobbling around down there. It's eventually picked up by Jackson Polo. Oh! A violent collision again. And Tupou, who charges at Michael Molo. Molo's playing it prop, and Tupou's about 3 foot taller than him out on the wing. Now Marnie with a scamper. Momirovski's come out the other side of this tackle with an issue. Oh, he's okay.
Yeah, sometimes when you're standing near a tackle, they can collapse on top of you. Momirovski there, very nearly had his knee turned around. He was able to reel out of it very quickly.
He's ripping and tearing in his 12th Anzac appearance. Jared Waerea-Hargreaves, who knows, it might be his last. Keary to Swali'i up against Sully. Excellent defence. But they did make some yardage down that side of the ground. Here's the last. Another aerial assault by Luke Keary. And Sloan versus Tedesco. Oh, Teddy had a real play on that. He nearly plucked it.
Lock on, change over.
He hasn't won man of the match on Anzac Day, James Tedesco. Is today his day? Gee, started well. Look at this.
Geez, that must be a lonely position back there when you can feel them coming.
Luke, straight away again.
You were always the kicker, Andrew, not the catcher.
Yes.
Just don't pretend you feel sorry for them. Shoveled through the hands. Out to Lomax. And Lomax for Fine. He got monstered by Polo, and there's a counter-attack on straight away. Momirovski sprints up to the Dragons 30.
Do well to hold them out here, the Dragons. They are out on their feet.
Left to Keary. Manu around the back, but it found Tedesco instead. And he went away to Swali'i, who nearly got over the top of his opponent there in Sully. But Sloan came in to help, and then he dashes back to try and cover a kick in behind. Tedesco, he's wrestled to ground. That's only tackle 3. Oh, Waerea-Hargreaves with a remarkable ball, and Victor Radley under the posts. Front rollers aren't supposed to do that. What a ball!
Yeah, the good ones do. The experienced ones do. Felt his team going a little side to side there. Waerea-Hargreaves straight down the middle. Watch this. Beautiful hands, beautiful pass. Radley hits the hole beautifully. Isuzu MUX replay. Beautiful forward interplay, Andrew.
Yeah, poor spacing once again. That 3 defenders on Jared Waerea-Hargreaves, and Victor just went straight through. Showed it beautifully, and then Victor hits a hole. Freddie.
Well, the best ball players are always the best hole runners. They understand timing and space. You just saw how Victor, as Jared started to get across the field, he just leads into the hole. Just watch him lead into the hole. He could see the space early. Realised Jared had a pass in him and beat the space over Jack Bird.
Sumptuous stuff from Waerea-Hargreaves.
Come off, yeah, just keep that contact. Time to run, guys!
It is a privilege to be here today. The Sydney weather, absolutely delightful, and a game of football to match the conditions. It has been flowing and physical and fast.
This stadium holds the noise in. Noise just doesn't escape. Geez, an Origin here it'd be special.
Daniel Tupou, his 8th appearance on Anzac Day, all penalty. And that try, the
Call
previous
held up,
try
right?
came off a mistake,
Held
and
up,
now
right,
a
then you stay
penalty
there.
is going to offer the Roosters field position. If he finds touch, oh, that's a gallant effort by Lomax. Here he goes again. He's been everywhere.
He's playing like a teenager.
Yeah.
What is he, 34?
Yep.
You'd swear blind he'd just come out of
around him
rookie
and then
camp,
called.
looking to prove himself.
Checking his birth certificate. Here's Collins.
Well, I wouldn't be retiring him anytime soon.
Now Manu hasn't seen a lot of football so far. Played to Smith. Shoveled to Keary and dumped back to JWH. 11 metres short. Centre of Allianz. The Roosters hunting up for a third try here. Keary, good short pass. Butcher, he was one-on-one with Ben Hunt. Penalty to the Roosters. It's a high tackle.
He had to leap up here and get a good hold. Benny Hunt.
Yep.
He was isolated on the edge.
James.
This will be indicative of the Roosters' attitude here. Whether or not they kick for goal, they're going to.
They will try to extend this to an 8-point gap. Did you know Joseph Swaley could kick goals?
No.
Are you surprised?
No. I think this young man could do pretty much anything he wants. Talk about naturally talented. But to go with that, he ticks all the boxes. His preparation, the way he prepares physically, but also mentally. He meditates a lot before the game.
Oh, it's a first and gift.
Stay on, guys.
Not content with kicking it straight between them. Swaley with the right to left curl. 14-6.
After games, apparently he likes to meditate, visualise his game. He goes through his game. I understand in England, the World Cup, when he was playing with Samoa, he actually stayed on the field 15-20 minutes after the game in the rain, going through. So he gives himself every opportunity.
Now Smith. He's tackled by Toby Couchman. The 19-year-old Thurul Butcher on the ground. A kick by Keary into the corner, and Sloan's happy to watch it trickle over.
Their football is much better today, the Roosters. They've come to play today, not just go out there and try and belt their opposition out of it. They're actually playing football. First try was smart, nice wide pass and short pass on the edge.
Stay square.
Forwards into play for the second one. Work out of your half and kick deep into the corners. That's football.
They've had the most of the ball in recent moments. Although they've conceded a penalty here, a bit too eager off the line. Josh Kerr on the ground in 17.
Too early, mate. Yeah. Here, guys, hold in.
Bulldogs. Most points for the Dragons on Anzac Day, Jamie Soward scored 55 for the Red V. Most points for the Roosters on Anzac Day, James Maloney, 24. That was a miss. And by a penalty or a restart to the tackle count, he got neither. This is Couchman. He's played all 6 games off the bench in his maiden NRL season. Hunt changes. Forward pass. They tried to do something around the ruck there, and they just get a fundamental wrong.
This was a set play. Everyone knew it was coming, and the ball goes to the right and comes back. But have a look at the support play on the left-hand side. They're nearly in front of Ben Hunt to start with. It was obviously a set play. They could see it coming, but just way too eager. Let the ball go away. Let Ben Hunt come back and let him do his work. Don't crowd him. Let him do his work.
It was poorly executed, though, Andrew. I mean, even the fellas playing the ball and the dummy half were in the way. They weren't quite sure where they wanted to run the play.
It's that attention to detail. You've got to nail those opportunities.
He's out of season, Lindsay Collins. And Angus Crichton gets an ovation from the Roosters fans. It's great to see him back on the park. There he is again.
Yeah, the big dog.
Oh, look, he's won 6 more for his team too. This is extraordinary. Smith now through a hole. Some tired legs for the Dragons. He sense this is a very dangerous period for them. A full load of tackles, some tired defenders, and a 3-on-2. Tedesco, Swali'i steps inside of Suli. Gets up to within 11 of the line. Tedesco, Kiri, a dummy, a run, a try to Kiri on Anzac Day.
Well, the Dragons' defence just didn't know where to look here. They were stretched to the right-hand side of the field on their right-hand defence. And again, coming back at the post through forwards who just don't get their spacings right. Isuzu MUX replay. And Kiri's just got support. Dragons don't know who to take. Most dangerous man, the player with the ball. And Kiri just strolls through again. Coming from sideline, back towards the goalposts. Tired forwards, poor spacing. Easy try.
Some of the big boys got stuck in the mud there. And a quick halfback, ball in 2 hands with footwork and speed. That's what the big forwards have nightmares about. Ball in 2 hands. Look at Couchman, he's backing off. And he loves that one, Luke Keary.
Well, it was very similar to the Radley try, where Hargreaves came back and found big spaces around the post. That time Keary came back, had plenty of support inside out. It was just a little show and go. Dragons didn't know who to take.
Bad losses to the Sharks in the Storm. The Roosters really needed to find something here, and they have early. 20 points to 6. Here's Lodge on the ground now. And the Dragons have to find a retort to this Rooster onslaught.
They just got to hang on. Got to hang on. 14 points behind. We've seen what we saw last weekend, the Dolphins, or this weekend, the Dolphins, the Titans. And there's the hit-ups. Jared, nearly double any other player.
Oh, Smith, he's going to work now. He wasn't held there. The ball didn't hit the turf. So it goes away to Radley, who fires it straight out to Swali'i. Look at the in and away. Joseph Swali'i, he's carved them up, and it's a try to Butcher. That was wicked pace.
And this is the key. You need to get the ball to your strike players as early as possible and get them one-on-one and room to move, especially off an offload. Isuzu MUX replay, offload in the middle of the field. Don't mess around with it and just fire it. Give it early to your strike players. Sualihi one-on-one, in and away, gives him a bath. Inside, Egan Butcher, he's over. Great play. Your shifts come off your offloads.
Was Brandon Smith tackled there?
What are we looking at?
Brandon Smith was tackled, sure.
They were just under review to see if Brandon Smith's ball-carrying arm hits the ground for a tackle complete.
I couldn't believe this was play on in the first place.
The ball-carrying arm of Brandon Smith makes contact with the ground, and Zach Lomax is holding him, which constitutes a tackle.
I can't believe they let that go in the first place.
The ball is then passed off the ground. We have a decision.
Sweet.
Well, I'm glad they did, because that was exciting play. Pity they don't get any points for it.
Well, that great try now just
Yeah, I thought he
goes
was
to the
spun
cutting
around
room
like
floor.
the
We never
post.
see it again.
It's in the cloud.
But that was extraordinary. I thought, am I seeing something? Did he fall off? Now, can the Dragons turn that into a positive? It's a positive they haven't conceded 6, but if they can get 6 for themselves now, that's a big turnaround.
Oh, how about that for a tackle? A savage tackle. A teenager experiencing the wonder of Anzac there, Toby Couchman. Belton to Bellin, play for a mode. Now, Bird back into the middle. It's Mbai to Bellin. A short pass to Ben Murdoch, Masilla.
That was forward.
He's still going here. Oh, he's got another set of 6 as well. Well, they have to do something with that. De Bellin, his 7th Anzac Day appearance, the most of any Dragon out there. Ball played to Mbai, who works across the field. And now Talatau Amone tries to put some footwork on Angus Crichton, but to no avail. And JWH is still out there. No break for him in the first half. Kerr. Get the tackle 3. And Hunt. They haven't found any openings in close here, so do they spin it to their outside man? They go to Murdoch Masilla. He's dragged down. It's a one-off hit up there. No one really around him. Can the kick yield something? The Dragons are dashing through. This is a hot ball. It's picked up. It's a try, I reckon. Adam G's right there on top of it. It's Jack Bird who signals to the crowd. He might have
no
got
try
one.
on tackle 6. Can you see
I'm not
if
sure
there's
that there wasn't a
push
push in the back here.
which stops Roosters being able to compete?
Roosters were standing under the ball, and they seemed to disappear from the action
The
pretty
Dragons
quickly.
kick chasers onside. On this angle, looks like all Dragons players are going for the ball. Just checking some other angles.
Now, does the ball touch Zach Lomax's right arm and go into a Roosters player and then go back? They've got all eyes for the ball. Sloan goes up early.
It's a contest for the ball. We're clearing any interference. Just checking now to see whether there's any knock-on from the Dragons.
No. No Dragons' hands.
Comes off the back of the Roosters. Jack Bird takes possession of the ball.
That's a try. See, they have turned it around.
And this is the
ball is
important...
being grounded. We have a decision.
And this is the importance of a kicking game. That set was dreadful. Did not put the Roosters' defence under any stress whatsoever. But a good kick can rescue a set. Lean of the ball on the spot, they compete and they get a try. So important, the attacking kicks. Isuzu Emirates replay, Ben Hunt just lands it straight on the spot. They get down, they compete, and the ball comes back. Jack Bird gets the crumbs. That's a 12-point turnaround.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they had 2 sets of 6, actually. They got a 6 again very late in the tackle count. It wasn't going too far, as you say. They scored their last try on tackle 5, running the ball. And this one on tackle 5, or tackle 11, with the crossfield kick. And that's a big turnaround because the Roosters were running roughshod at the other end of the field.
Flip flop. Stay on.
Well, that is a massive play. Jack Bird's first try of 2023, and what looked like 26-6 is actually now 20 points to 12 after the Roosters' try was reversed and the Dragons took advantage of their luck. And how about this now?
Come up on the ball, Angus. Joey!
Can a Tyrell Sloan or a Talatau Malone exploit some tired Roosters defenders here with half-time not too far away? He's got devastating speed. Sloan. 3 tries in the season, and they get him some football. It goes back to Mbai, and now to Jack de Belin.
Just wasted an offload.
This is Simone. Sloan's out the back. Look at that pace, and he kicks ahead for himself, and he rolls it on the boot again. If that would have got past Tedesco, it was a try. Instead, the Roosters and New South Wales, an Australian captain, runs it back to within 19 of the halfway. And now Butcher, what a game he's had. This is end to end. Gee, that's good. Manu ducks, weaves, schemes. Inside the Dragons 30 now. This is the Fahu White. Wasn't used last week by Trent Robinson. He carries the ball to the Dragons 10-metre line. Last play, Keary with a kick. They scrap for it. It's come back to the Roosters with a set of 6. 6 more. So Manu need not panic. And again, the Dragons, they have to defend this. Tedesco gets a pass away. Momorovsky fires it back now. Crichton beat Kerr, beat another. Passes along the ground, and Sully's got it. And Lomax runs straight into a Radley special.
They need half-time, the Dragons. They are buggered.
Oh, gee, that nearly went behind Moga. That was a stinker of a pass. He saved it in a one-handed catch. Here's Kerr now. Now Ben Hunt with some outside defence backpedaling here. Sully. They threw it on the boot. What's the call?
and it goes out. We've got to play the ball. Middle. Sorry.
I think it's a Rooster play the ball.
But once again, running the
Play
ball
the
in the
ball.
last play.
Yeah.
Moses Suley tries to manufacture a kick. He's a left footer on that side.
Oh, it came off his head. It's a Falcon. But it's a knock-on against Suley, the ruling.
Good battle on that side. Suley.
Yeah, it's interesting they've had twice they've run it and they've found some territory down there. Angus Crichton working his way into the game. Didn't see all that much football early. And he's been at the forefront of the last few sets of sixes. Manu goes short to Butcher.
He's dangerous on that angle there. Joseph Manu.
Here he is again, off a left foot step, fooled a couple of them. He popped a pass to White. He's got good footwork too. Last tackle. Keary's going to run. Oh, he can't beat the first defender. It's a forward pass.
Yeah.
This is relentless attacking football from both teams.
Look at the Dragons players. They just look bedraggled, don't they? Hands on knees, hands on hips. They will welcome the half-time break.
Oh, good pass over the top, Kerr. And Sloan, he's the man, the one you want on the end of an offload, isn't he? Debellin playing out to Ben Hunt now, a dummy to Murdoch Masilla, and tries to outmuscle Luke Keary. The ball comes out the back here.
I think there's a knock-on here for sure.
he's
Original
got a call
one,
from the touch
1-on-1, there's a
judge.
knock-on on the ground, Roosters.
Yeah, Debellin's racing into form a scrum, so
Shot
they've
clock
got 30 seconds to go. If they can all pack in, they'll get probably 2-3 plays before half-time. 2-point field goal, Gus. Get them back within 6.
Yeah, maybe. More likely a kick for Sloan. Monet and Sloan played a lot of junior football together. They're quite a team. I'll be surprised if there's not a kick play sometimes in the next tackle and a half. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That was rather uninspiring.
Here's Hunt. There's a kick. Moga's out there. Oh, he's turned Tupou inside out. Surely, that ball was forward out of the hand. It's been knocked back anyway, and the Roosters run it dead. Oh, that was a real chance. What a half of footy. I'd best describe that as frantic. But absorbing and fitting of the occasion. Only an 8-point margin. We've had a number of close encounters between these clubs on Anzac Day, and this may go down that similar path. Roosters 20, Dragons 12 at half-time.
Time on run.
Such a rich talent, Egan Butcher. So the Roosters resume this Anzac Day contest. And a fierce run by Kerr to kick off the second half. Lodge, the primary defender. One of the try scorers, Tautau Moga, running out past the 20. Crichton and Smith stopped him. And an early shift. Ball with Jack Bird. Amon to Envy, and now Couchman. Played as many as 51 minutes in his 6 games off the bench in the NRL this year. Now Smith's got an issue after that tackle.
Well, he's holding a right arm and it's limp by his side. He came into that contact. You can see him, he's holding his wrist. The right wrist.
That's a good set, though, from the Dragons.
They land on his wrist. Yeah, he lands on his wrist there. He grabs it in his arm. when he hits, when they turn him here.
Toby,
This is Butcher. And Lodge. And now Smith working with Tedesco. Our first try scorer of the afternoon. His first of the season. Remarkable it's taken him that long to get on the board. Keary. The ball bounces kindly for Sloane. But all I can see is that Roosters Anzac jersey lined up almost on the 20-metre line. Ball played back. And Sully. A lot of one-out stuff from the Dragons this afternoon.
Still no Jacob Little. Interchange.
Oh, wow. Swali is standing up to the bigger man in Murdoch Masilla. Ball to Hunt now. A couple of dummies. Not a great ball, but well taken by Amon. And now Sloane. He's got probably finesse with his footwork. Only a slight lad. And they go kick for kick to start the half. That one taken well by Daniel Tupou, who rumbles back and he's tackled 15 out from the halfway. Yes, Brad?
There's been a couple of hits today. The sound and the vibration that's come out in that one from Suoli on Ben Murdoch Masilla. Every person that sits here and thinks, I'd love to be a footballer, just went, well, maybe not.
Well, he doesn't shirk the physicality, does he, Smiley? He's only a teenager himself still.
Shirk it. He goes and looks for it.
Yeah. Now the 6 again, bell sounded. And here's Egan Butcher. We've seen both teams capitalise on errors and restarts. And the Roosters are within 26 of the Dragons line. It goes through White and a good read there. Surely wrapping up Teddy ball and all. Bradley Keary. It was a fast, hard pass directed at Crichton and it bounced off as he got to the defensive line.
And that's Toby Couchman. I haven't seen bits and pieces of this young man. Really impressed with some of the work rate he gets through. He's just a real player of the future. How old did you say? He's 19.
19, yeah.
To play 19 in the NRL is pretty special, but to play in the forwards at that age.
Well, that was nice. That was nice. Sloane, he evaded Keary and he also tricked Radley with a bit of footwork there. Here's Ben Hunt. He kicks on tackle 3. They were all up. He wants this to pull up. Where's the handbrake? Oh, it rolls down the hill.
And unlucky.
It was the right idea. Just 12 inches too long.
Momirovski.
Good aggression from the Dragons to start this second half. They obviously...
Oh, Radley bounced off a big tackle. Now Manu. Swaliti came on the other side of the field there to try and link up with Joey Manu, but he thought against dispatching a pass. It goes to Lodge. Oh, he had the arms free. He broke the first tackle, but he played it quickly. And Smith goes for a scurry. Mbai grabbed him by the jumper just to hold him slightly. Oh, he's still alive. He's still alive. That's unbelievable from Brandon Smith. Tedesco waiting. A big right foot step on Mbai. He's just about gassed Moses. 8 metres out. The Roosters look likely here. Keary joining in. Manu slams it down for the try.
Once again running the ball in the last play. Gets some shorter numbers out wide. Isuzu MUX replay. The ball will come wide. Keary will get the ball. Joseph Manu, one-on-one. Thought he should have let the ball go, but his power, his leg drive, gets in between the Dragons defenders. You'll see it here, perfect. Just gets in between, too strong, too classy.
His contributions in attack have been good today, Manu. So too Keary. Directing them, delivering passes at the right time, igniting the people on the outside. And this man, Manu, closer to the action, on both sides of the field with his running game, is such a handful. You know, his selection at 5'8" is not a slight against Sam Walker. Sam Walker's a good young player. He's going to be around for a long time. But his selection at 5'8" is because he had to play 5'8". Not that Sam Walker had to be dropped. And Luke Keary just gives them those experience at 7 to wheel them around the field. It's a much better attacking unit today, the Roosters. This is the best they've looked in attack all season.
Sam Walker was man of the match in this game 2 years ago as a 20-year-old. But a big structural change to this Roosters lineup, and they have flowed nicely. Now Swali, he struck the ball well. Is there a Thurston bender here? You can't believe it.
Wait for the clock. Stay on here, guys.
The Roosters throw a big punch out of the half-time break, 26-12. He hasn't kicked before, Joseph Swali. He's 5 from 5, and he hasn't looked like missing one. Tupou, he's done the tough work today, bustling out of yardage, as the modern-day terminology goes. And White with a good change of direction.
He's been good, really good.
Smith away to Tupou, and a one-handed pass around the corner, picked up well by Swali, and then pass to Smith. Smith nearly knocks the ball out of the way. Good read by Lomax, but he couldn't hang on to Tedesco. He nearly pulled through the other side there, where they had a couple of Roosters on the right-hand edge, but they couldn't get the ball that far. Keary, oh, he's hit hard by Lomax after the kick. I don't think it was late.
No.
What do I know?
Not a chance in the world. Look, I'm the biggest protector of kickers.
Let me know.
Are they serious? Show it in real time. He did set.
Victor.
What's the reasoning here? You hit him too hard?
Time back on.
Well, that's laughable. So what are they supposed to stand back and say, do your best? Kick whenever?
It's a big set of 6 now for the Dragons. We'll see how ruthless the Roosters can be. They're lined up way to the right. Look, little groups of 3.
There's a power pack, the Fahu White.
1, 2, 3.
Ramon strong on Keary. Ball spews out the back.
You're out of play, Matt Lodge. You're out of play.
There's a bit of
Front of the
karma.
last play the ball.
I cannot believe that was a penalty
Okay, just relax.
against Zach Lomax. It wasn't late, it wasn't high, it wasn't dangerous.
Oh, he's in trouble, Lomax, and they're going to drag him the best part of 15 metres across the field.
Ben Hunt and Tyrell Sloan. They have to get together. Hunt free up Sloan.
Couchman. He encounters Butcher and Lodge. 9 metres the Roosters side of halfway. Hunt now, and this is a moan up against Joey Manu. Dragged to ground. Angus Crichton, he'll be much better for today's run. It's good to see him back out there. De Bellin's got some blood spewing from a cut in his head, and Sloane's through. Sloane with a backhanded pass. Mogan for the corner. Oh, the young number one has ignited Anzac Day in spectacular fashion. He's the man.
We've seen some great young fullbacks with speed. This is the Emirates replay. Nothing doing here. There is absolutely nothing doing. Look at the speed. Ball in two hands, gets through, and then the Gitley flick out the back.
That's Benji Marshall.
The young fullbacks in the game at the moment. Hamiso, look, he moves very similar. Look at that, the way he moves. Balance and speed and X factor. Freddie?
You were talking before about the strike players, Ben Hunt and Tyrell Sloane. The other player who had a minor hand in that was Jacob Little. He's come on late into the game, but great dummy half, got great vision, moved the ball nice and quickly to the danger man when he needed to get it. He's someone that maybe should have been on a bit earlier, but makes him very dangerous for the last 30 minutes.
Well, the ball moved across, and there was nothing doing. There was nothing organised out here on the right, and they just pretty much threw it to Sloane and said, "Hey, do your best." He beat two players, got another one involved. Beautiful flick out the back. And they're back the Dragons.
Yeah, Luke Keary just couldn't handle the long levers of Sloane. Not only did he miss the tackle, he then tripped over his own man who was in pursuit. Daniel Tupou tripped over Keary. Monga got a free run to the line.
Can't drag it back. Zach Lomax can't bring the gap back to 8 points. Andrew, that pass, it looks spectacular. Can you describe how difficult that is? He's pulled through tackles, he's at full pace, and it's a backhander to a man against the sideline.
Well, I'd say by the look of that, he's done that sort of play his whole life. He's just got that X factor. He just needs to back himself more. We saw in the Charity Shield at the start of the year, he had a shocker, and he was really emotional. The Latrell went and patted him on the back. He's got the tools to be a special player, Tyrell Sloane. He just needs to believe in himself. He's got so much talent.
Well, can he win the game for the Dragons? He's been so dangerous when he's had the ball all afternoon. But when they tire, gee, what a weapon. Now Bird, he was being dragged back, but he kept going forward. He persevered. Now Little with a run. Danica breaking news.
Jack de Belin has just come from the field for a head injury assessment. They have just categorised it, though, as a Category 2, so he still is a chance to return.
Here's Sully. Sully's got Sloane on the inside. Sloane for the line. He snaps the ball. Tyrell Sloane, come on down.
New game, baby. It's a new game. It's one of those games where the Roosters have probably felt they're a 30-point better side all day. Probably felt comfortable about it. But you got to look at the real scoreboard, baby. Doesn't matter what it feels like. What is it? It's about to be a 4-point ball game.
The Titans and the Dolphins.
The kick is successful. Daniel Tupou is coming from the field here. That's a massive blow. We'll get Danica on the case, but in the meantime, Brad Fittler's got a special guest.
Yeah, good mate of mine, Damien Tomlinson, wrote a wonderful book, Without Warning, Commando, served for Australia. He's a mad Rooster fan. I've got to say, firstly, what does Anzac Day mean to you?
Mate, it's just good to reflect. I think good to reflect on the importance of family and the importance of friends in situations where you're in need. You know, it's how Australia turned up. So.
What about today? You're a mad footy head. What's it like? What are you feeling out here at the moment?
Oh, mate, it's awesome. This new stadium is just unbelievable. And, I mean, at least the Dragons are making a game of it. We'll run away, but they're giving it a crack.
I like your confidence.
Thanks, Brad. Remarkable man, Damien Tomlinson. He typifies bravery and perseverance. 26-22. Penalties!
Well, the Roosters left edge with that injury to Tupou. You got Luke Keary and Drew Hutchison defending together on this left side, up against Murdoch Masila and Moses Suli. Now there's a target for the Dragons.
Daniel Tupou injured himself in the chase there on Sloane. When he turned back to chase in field, something happened on the way and he fell to the ground in a lot of pain.
Now Ben Hunter's going to go straight there.
That's the side. Just keep pumping away at that side for the Dragons.
For the first time today, this Dragon side looks like it believes. They've been bunched up and a haggard-looking lot. They've got the better of the Roosters right at the moment, and this kid's Sloane. What a finish to Anzac Day. Here's a moan across the ground, and Ben Hunt. Oh, that might take a bit of wind out of the side.
That was ugly.
Yes, Brad.
And to be honest, Matt, it's most probably the first time today that the Dragons fans have believed as well. I think for the first 50, they've just been hoping that their team were going to turn it around. But they believe now.
Well, the Roosters, they're going to keep playing here, keep using the ball. Tupanua on.
Yes, a popular figure here at the Roosters, and great to see him back. First game since round 18 last year.
Well, Victor Radley's going to dummy half.
Manu with a kick for Jackson Polo. Oh, it was a photo finish. I think Sloane might have got his hand to it first. He scores them at one end and he saved one here.
Yeah, the ball just bounced a little too high for Sloane to get to it quickly. Nice kick from Manu. Looks like Paulo's got it. Sloane was able to get there and get the punch to the ball.
Well, it's a 20-metre tap.
Oh, overturned.
Polo got his hand to it last.
Hey, Brad, I'm wondering how far away is Jared Wairia Hargreaves? Is he itchy on the bench, the big dog?
Yeah, I'm just coming down to have a look now.
Yeah,
So you got Brandon Smith there. Jared doesn't seem to be on the bench. Here he is. He's up.
He's warming up.
He's stalking.
Yeah, he wants a piece of the
Here
action.
he is. Give me the hand spray.
Oh, this could be interesting. And Danica, you got some news while we're down there.
Yes, this is far from ideal for the Roosters. We do have confirmation from their medical staff that Daniel Tupou has done a hamstring and he will not be back into the action today.
All right. Here's Ben Hunt. Ooh, nearly got through there. A moan. Dragged down by desperate Victor Radley, who's conceded 6 more tackles. The Red Bear sprinting towards the finish line. 16 short. Jacob Little. Jack Bird. Zach Lomax. Oh, an offload. No one was watching. Amoran's got the ball. He gets dumped into the ground by Tupanua. That was a try-saving effort. Ben Hunt and Blake Laurie pushes it out now to Sloane. And now with Suli, Hutchison missed him. It's a try! Oh, Mogan in the corner. He's done something to his hand. The referee says try. The bunker will have a look, but it could be 26 each.
New game. by Suzu MUX replay. Watch the work here from Moses Sully at the end of this. Sloan just gets it to Sully. In bang, in bang, in bang. Then deft little pass to Monga. Now, does he get it down? Palm off, get out of my way. Nice pass, should be no problem.
This will show it. Does he get it down?
Yes!
That's a try. Freddie.
Yeah, there's some great work done in the middle of the field. The big front row of Blake Laurie, we saw a try in the first half of a front rower, Jared Hargreaves. Just watch the work of Blake Laurie here. Goes to the line, doesn't actually run behind his player, finds Sloan again, and off they go down the right-hand side. If he keeps running there, it ends up the Roosters' ball. And Tautai trying to work out what he's done to his wrist here.
Just hold on because the referee's been told to wait.
No, they're not looking at obstruction, are they?
Oh, he's walked away.
He's walked away. I think we're good. I think we're good.
That is the first hat-trick in 21 years of this Anzac clash.
Well, the last kick from this area, Zach Lomax put the ball out about a metre to the right of that right post. He goes really hard at the ball, doesn't get much draw on the ball. His target is right on that right upright. But when he hits it, he goes all in. There's no timing. He just gives it everything.
And if he kicks it,
geez, that's a good angle.
You'll hear the Dragons fans in Wollongong. They're about to blow the roof off the New Allianz. Who'd have thought the Dragons could take the front? 20 to play, Lomax from the sideline. He's hooked it badly. It's 26 each. Coming this May, Stories of Origin. The podcast returns. It's Series 2, and the legends of Australia's greatest sporting rivalry will relive their most memorable Origin performances. Stories of Origin, the podcast, Season 2, available from Monday, May 1, wherever you get your podcasts.
Yep. Wait for the clock.
Well, the first 60 minutes meant nothing. It's now a 20-minute game.
Okay, time it.
26 all.
The equal highest scoring Anzac Day game ever as well. And one of the best is Laurie. With a brutish return, he got thumped. And he got it back to the 20. And Sully, what a second half he's had. This is as good as it gets. The Dragons have been phenomenal out of the halftime break. The big dog's out there. Amon to Hunt, to Sloan, to Murdoch-Masila. Hutchison and Keary combined in the tackle, but one would imagine they'll have a lot of traffic headed their way.
All these Roosters players will be shaking their head. The coach will be shaking his head. A couple of times they've threatened to blow this lead right away and skip out to a big number. But the Dragons have reeled them in super quick time.
Danica, what can you tell us about the crowd? It's a memorable day for anyone that's here.
It is a great crowd, a great atmosphere. Things are getting quite intense down here on the sideline, but we have just been given the official crowd number, 40,191 fans in here. And here we go for this last bit.
Thanks, Danica. I haven't seen Maria Hargreaves picked up like that in a long time. Here's Keary. Now Swally, he's trying to navigate a passage to the ball. Oh, he had a catch on it. He knocked it. Oh, it's 6 more. There was a Dragon hand.
No, he's knocked that on. Yeah, the linesman.
The linesman corrected the
Come
call.
off him. They come down first.
Now Moga, he looks like he's gone.
Change over.
Holding that right shoulder. Courageous effort.
Yeah, it's the first time he's had to use it since scoring the try, and he's very uncomfortable.
So those AC joints, you can't get your arms up.
Well, the wingers are so hard to replace. So they're hoping he can see it out.
The positive they've got is they can move Jack Bird to a centre. Molo. Tackles hard into the ground. And they want a penalty, and they get one for a high shot. He's not well, Molo, either. I wonder if penalty is all this will be. This replay will be very telling.
Lindsay, turn him up.
Oh, it's a head clash.
Head close.
Just take him back there. Just take him.
Use already in the first half.
Wait.
Tell him. No, we won it. No, that's it. Is that a penalty?
Denny's asking what's a penalty.
How's it a penalty? It's an accidental head clash.
Shoulder to the head.
That's head to head.
No.
It was all his head.
It's been reviewed. Shoulder to the head. Report.
That's a hat-trick. 3 in 3 games.
Can we have a look at that again, please?
It's been reviewed. It's also said he's rising on contact.
If that was anyone else, it would be
No, we're not going down. We're not going down that path. We're not going down
Head on
that.
head. I don't know what he's supposed to do there.
It's a head clash.
Now that can't be a penalty.
Where's the shoulder to a head?
So because of that, Molo's off the ground for HIA. Jaden here is on. Here's the replay.
Here it is. He hits and
That's great
spins.
contact as well.
If anything, it is Molo that causes the head clash because he hits and props and twists and turns around.
Danica, what can you tell us?
Well, the Dragons are just about to receive a big boost as well. Jack de Belin has cleared his head injury assessment and he'll be returning into the action for his final 16 minutes.
Let go.
Well, everything's going with the Dragons now. Finishing fuller running. The Roosters look shell-shocked. They look absolutely stunned by what's happened in the last 15 minutes.
I reckon there's 41,000 people that are stunned. This is a different team to the Dragons of the first half. Murdoch-Masila. Oh, he wanted to pop one.
Where are we? 16 minutes to go. There's an age to go yet.
Jaden Hunt, what a time for your introduction to the game. 26 all. This is as good an Anzac game as we have ever seen. Here's Sully within 20 of the Roosters line. Little for a moan. Now Bird's running through at speed. He got up, it's tapped back. Oh, who was that? Was that Manu? He dragged, it sits at goal line dropout coming. Let's go sideline 20.
Yeah, well, the Roosters have got two choices here. The first one is they can use that sin bin as an excuse. Well, they can live up to the day and have some spirit and win one of the great Anzac days. It's really up to them. I still think they have the talent, they have the team. They just need to turn momentum. Here they go. Here's their first.
Is that field of play?
This is the turn.
Yeah. Change over here.
The momentum changer.
Mark that one down.
Now they've still got to get out of their own end. Here come the Dragons defenders. Get that in here. Roosters look shell-shocked. Whoa!
Nearly through, he is through. Smith, the cheese reveling in Anzac. They lost the ball. It was the Swiss cheese again.
Mr. Intensity. He's just a million miles an hour.
And there he is, launching himself at Zach Lomax. Jaden Hunt. Tackled by Smith and Collins. Hey, they've got the ice baths ready for both teams after this. This has been British. Good tackle to Panua on the Bellin. Now Little scampers left. Amon came around the back of it. He's looking at the big man. He kicked through for Sloan. Sloan puts it on the boot. I think he missed it. That would have been one of the greatest Anzac Day tries ever.
Well, Gus spoke about it. They've played a lot of footy together. As soon as he got that ball, Amon, Tyrell Sloan was fired out of a cannon. Geez, that combination's going to build in years to come.
That was breathtaking. If they can get close enough here, do they think about the one already?
No,
With the player in the bin?
Yeah. Take it early. They're easy to take early.
So that's 4 tackles down. Keary's tackled. He'd have to be the man, wouldn't he? Manu.
Yeah.
Manu.
It'd be Keary.
Oh, and he got a pass back. Brandon Smith sends it away to Tedesco. Teddy with 1. Teddy with 2 left foot steps. Back for Smith. They're trying to promote the ball. Smith comes back to the left-hand edge. He bounced off Ben Hunt. Tackled 19 out. It's a cross kick coming. The outside men have all got their arms up. It gets to Keary. Up it goes. It's pinpoint accurate. Polo gets up. The ball goes over the head of Fine and in the touch.
What a game.
Middle play the
What
ball.
a finish we got.
Oh, it's incredible. How long have we got left on the sin bin?
5 minutes 46.
Well, feels like an hour ago he went off.
If a team's got a player in the sin bin, the opposition team, they've got to keep playing. Doesn't matter if they're on your own 20. If they've got a man down defensively, you have to exploit it. Can't be just thinking, work it out for a kick. Keep moving the ball.
Even an offload can kill you when you've got 12 men.
Good inside to Ben Hunt. 5 out from the halfway. Here's a moan and across to the Bellin. Oh, he plays on to Couchman. He lost the ball into a Roosters defender.
It hits the ground.
He had to dummy and take a bruise there, Jack de Bellin.
Changes hands, hits the ground.
The pass was never on.
I'm looking at these Roosters players as to who's got the energy to maybe pluck a game winner.
So the only player out there for the Roosters that's kicked a field goal, Gus, is Luke Keary.
Yeah.
Let's get our 6.
You'd imagine Suaalii could do it.
Yeah.
I'd imagine Mano thinks he can do it. I don't know if he can, but he'd think he could. Thinks he can do everything.
I think it's the running threat of Joseph Manu. Tiring forwards. That's it. You work and defend.
I don't think 1 point will be enough for the Roosters. I think they need a try. I can just see St George scoring another try. I don't think Roosters can win this by a point.
4 minutes remaining on the sin bin of Victor Radley. Collins, how's that for defence? There's some steel in that now. Keary to Egan Butcher. He gets dumped. Now let's see what they're thinking here. Tackle 4. Keary for Tedesco. Well, he can take the one if he wants it. Don't think they're setting for it. It goes to Keary. He kicks it up in the air. Suaalii coming. Up they fly. He had a catch on it. It's battered down. The Dragons struggle with the ball and they're tackled in the in goal. He was coming at pace there, Suaalii.
Great kick. What a great kick. 10-point accurate. Luke Keary on the run. He's so good at this. He can be running at top speed, but still with deft touch to land it on a dime. Now do the Dragons look to play short and get the ball back?
Time you run.
You do. You risk a penalty in front. You've got 13 defenders. You've got to back your defence. Kick it down the field as far as you can.
It'd be brave to go short, wouldn't it? Oh, he shanked it.
That was the short, long one. Not the long, short one. I think Rooster needs a try.
Oh, he's dropped the ball!
Shot clock on.
Look at the reaction of the Dragons.
They didn't need that. Advantage Dragon.
That's Warrior Hargreaves as well.
Sloan and Amone. That's your combination. They've done this plenty of times as kids. Can they bring it to the big stage? One of the biggest stages.
How strong's Moses Surly been?
Oh, he's huge.
Oh, he's run untamed all afternoon. Now, Laurie. How long's Victor got? 1:41. Out to Bird. Oh, he bumped away from Momirovski and Smith and offloaded to Little, and it comes to Amone, and he's over the halfway. He tried to have a second grab too. Keary eventually shut him down. It goes to Sloan, and Surly. Oh, he's gone. Oh, he kept it in, and it came off a Rooster leg, and it bounced over the sideline.
You'll play the ball. Where do you want it?
Played it.
The Rooster play the ball.
Play the ball, Roosters.
Good defence there by the Roosters. 12 men. But they're working hard for each other. Dragons running them around, but they're getting across the field. They're trusting each other. Good defence.
Here we are.
Have they got the energy in attack?
Let's go.
I don't know if the other team would have the energy to go to Golden Point, would they? It's on the cards. Freddie.
Yeah, well, there's only 40 seconds left. Victor Radley has come out from the dressing sheds. He's on the sideline. She'll be back to 13 each soon.
Is that 10 sin bins for Victor over the past couple of years?
I think it's a modern day record. They were saying before the game, if he goes again, it's more sin bins than anyone in the modern era. And he'll be back on with still got 7 minutes to go yet. It goes to Keary. Keary nearly to a hole. Great tackle. That was Shaden Hunt. A desperate tackle. Now Smith for Tedesco. Might he crack this open? DeBellin around the legs. Last play. Keary setting up for the field goal. Oh, Marnie went away from him. Now gives it back to him. He drags them all in. Keary's kick is through. They're ahead 27-26. It nearly fell apart, but Manu got it back there in time, and cool as you like.
Yeah, you just don't know with Joey Manu. He might have just planned that to give Keary more time. He's a funny dude. Keary nails it straight down the middle.
Funny as in ha 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 funny, or just a bit?
Yeah, no, funny.
Stand up funny.
Funny. He does funny things. I think he, rather than just throw it to Keary, he said, I'll play with you for a little bit, and now I'll give it to him. All the Roosters were up expecting to score.
Look out! Oh, boom! Bird and Rorea Hargreaves have been into it all day. Less than 6 to play.
I think there's another twist here somewhere.
Yeah, I think Dragons have still got to try in them. I said, I don't think a point will be enough. It'll be a monumental effort if they can do it. They've come through the 12-man stage.
Good run. Here's Tedesco. Another inspired charge by the captain. Can Keary get them home? That's off Momirovski's hand, and it's picked up by Sloan. Oh, and he gives a pass to Hunt. Nice work. Moses Mbai's back on the field. He hasn't got the speed that he used to, and he's dragged out from behind. But they're on the front foot. Surly bust tackles. He gets to Radley, and he brings him down within a couple of the halfway.
Here we go.
DeBellin drags the defenders, wants a quick play the ball. Jacob Little. Couchman, and an out away to Amone. He's half through a gap. He had to prop and come back. He gave it to Ben Hunt. Hunt's telling Blake Laurie where to run. He's throwing defenders off his back. He gets the lodge. He beat him as well. Bradley got him out of the way. Fourth tackle. Now I think Ben Hunt wants to level this at 27 all. That's what he was telling them. Get me to the posts. Oh, it'd be a massive kick if he could do it from here. He wants to dash at them. Oh no, the ball's been lost. He was going to have a crack to Ben Hunt.
A real ball plant.
He got one.
Oh, he's going to challenge. How big a call's this?
Well, he's confident, Jack Bird.
So this could this be a
Captain
rake?
challenge from Dragons. I've ruled a ball plant, didn't get to his feet properly.
He grabbed my
with
arm.
balance and control.
He grabbed my arm, made me lose balance.
Now, is there crowding, as they call it? Is there a hand on it?
Jack Bird begins the play the ball process with his hand on the ground, which is a ball plant. He then fails to maintain balance and control and loses the ball. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Scrum.
So he's tried to play it too early. Is that the...
Too early, yes. You've got to stand to your feet before you put the ball on the ground. It happens 100 times a game.
It's a ball plant.
That's the exact nature of the rule. Jack Bird was trying to play the ball too early. Lindsay Collins had hold of his legs. What a finish. What a finish. Both these teams come into this game with 2 losses on the trot. Both teams looking for form. On the biggest stage that we can muster all year, Anzac Day. Traditional rivals, traditional game.
It's a ball plant. He's got to
26 all with 4 minutes to play.
The Dragons wish it was Anzac Day every week, the way they play on this day.
Well, we said that this could be the one that, you know, fires off their season for them. Look at the crowd. Always been great rivals, these 2 great clubs, and the fans love it. The fans have always loved the rivalry. The big red V up against the Roosters.
Where's the twist? I don't think any Rooster fan feels comfortable with 4 minutes to go. Swali'i. The Dragons will be charging to force a mistake if they possibly can. Radley into a rattling shot. Now launch.
Get on, Jacob!
He's up over the halfway. Brandon Smith and Egan Butcher. One of the best games of his career this afternoon. Tedesco down a left-hand edge. Tries to push away from the first tackle but can't. He's put down 29 out from the Dragons line. Here's Keary. He's going to kick back to Swali'i. And he's got a running leap at it. He got up, he knocked it on. And Mbai's back there to get it. But, they're going to make them go the best part of 90 metres, 3 minutes to play.
Wait, time's off. I've got to get back. Just wait.
There's Michael Molo.
He's been great today, Amon.
And sadly, the Dragons look stuck in the mud down their end of the ground. The narrowest of margins. The Roosters trying to hang on. This is the side the Dragons have had all their success in. Sully. Hutchison drags him down. Good tackle. Moses Mbai. Long pass. Ben Hunt in the middle of the ground. Oh, we nearly dropped that. It was a good catch in the end by Bird, but he's going backwards. You've got to go the other way, Jack. And he goes behind his man. He's got to stop. Fifth tackle. Not the set they wanted. Hunt's going to run it. He gets away from one. Pops it over the top. Lomax rolls it through. Captain Courageous is there. And he's broken away.
What a game. What a game.
Well, he's injured himself, Ben Hunt.
They're going to get one set, maybe.
close enough and Keary can get it to the in goal, they mightn't get another chance.
Yeah. Brandon Smith.
He's been enormous today, Brandon Smith.
Oh, that's hurt him. Although the clock might have something to do with that reaction. With a minute to go, the Roosters play it, and Keary, he's going to kick it over the sideline, so they're going to get one last try.
They've got to go the distance. 90 metres,
Wait.
6 plays, 45 seconds.
Amon, where's Sloan? Do they kick for Sloan? What do they do? He's the lad, he's got the speed.
Run. Who is that?
That was Couchman, and this is developed off the ball. In fact, that was Couchman who dropped it. That was Jayden Hunt, the previous one, and that's going to extinguish the Dragons' hopes. 1 point will be the difference on Anzac Day. The highest scoring game on Anzac Day in 21 renewals of this classic contest, and this might be the best of them all.
Let me play full time.
Lindsay Collins, a warrior with blood streaming from his head. James Tedesco, he gets his first try of the year on Anzac Day, but the Dragons fans, they feel shattered by the outcome, but they have rattled home, and they've nearly achieved what many thought was impossible at half-time. As it is, the Roosters scrape home on the back of a Luke Keary field goal. Roosters 27 over the Dragons 26.